Hello. Have you ever had a longtime partner through some really tough sections of your life? I know I have. They've been my climbing shoes. These are actually my third pair of shoes over my 6 years of climbing. By far my favorite, built for comfort, as well as the ability to smear any type of vertical rock that I could come across. I can spend an entire day on longer sports climbing routes or putting hours of work at the bouldering gym, all in the comfort of these shoes. My name is Justin Morgan. Ambassador for the day is Flower, and this is my Artifact speech. Growing up in Hawaii, I never really had an influence to into climbing. I hiked a lot, I camped a lot, never really went to the beach a lot. Not a strong swimmer, so I never really got into surfing. A lot of people hold that against me. Moving to Utah, however, gave me access not just to the mountains, but a lot of close friends to show me the ropes, as they say. Getting into climbing requires not just a huge investment of time and effort, but finances as well. You got to start with your shoes and what they call a chalk bag. It's a bag to hold chalk to dry your hands as you climb. If you want to progress into more technical forms of climbing, such as sports climbing, my personal favorite, there's a small checklist that you need to ensure your safety throughout this experience. You need a harness, you need a rope, and you need what they call quick draws. With sports climbing, you use the harness to tie into the rope, and these quick draws to tie the rope, to connect the rope to what they call bolts in the wall, little silver bolts that, in case you fall, will catch you to keep you safe. This juggle of risk and reward is my personal favorite thing about sports climbing. It's very gratifying to accomplish something after almost fearing for your life, I suppose. Climbing also became a huge, significant part of my life after I was actually struck by a vehicle bicycling to work a few years ago. I did wake up in the ICU with a fear of paralysis once, and that got my heart racing. And then after months of bed rest, reading way too many adventure novels and watching way too many climbing documentaries, I was a little antsy to get back in my shoes, to say the least. A lot of yoga, a lot of strength training not only got me back in my shoes, but helped me excel at climbing further than I ever thought I could. Throughout my years, my climbing shoes have been a gateway to some really good experiences, all thanks to moving to Utah. They have gotten me through some really tough times, including some physical and psychological rehabilitation after my accident. I find it interesting coming from someone who shops at thrift stores and lives in hand-me-down clothes to have such a soft spot for a pair of shoes and all my climbing gear in general. But the literal blood, sweat, and tears that I've spent in these shoes have made them feel as an extension of myself as I climb. An artifact of my life I plan to hold on to well past its expiration date. Thank you all for the time, and my best on your future mountains to come.